Turn it up. It's the Record Machine with your host, Jimmy Howell.
I'm sorry that it turned out like this. Cash destroyed our marital bliss. Somehow I feel that you have lied. Somehow the woman I love has died. Drained, weak, tired and worn. I feel the woman that I've been scorned. What the hell did I do so bad to make you throw away the love we had? It's been a badass trip when it all comes down to this. It's been a badass trip when it all comes down to this. 7 years of being with you, being met at the door by some fool. I can't believe that it's all been a waste. With the papers that you served me, you sealed a fate. With the papers that you served me, you taught my heart to hate. Was good. Somehow I must have misunderstood. I didn't know that cash was the only thing. I didn't know that cash was the only string. I'm sorry that it had to come to this. I can't help it, woman, I am pissed. What the hell did I do so bad to make you throw away the love we had? It's been a badass trip when it all comes down to this. It's been a badass trip when it all comes down to this. 7 years being with you, being met at the door by some fool. I can't believe that it's all been a waste. With the papers that you served me, you sealed a fate. With the papers that you served me, you taught my heart to hate.
We are back for part 2 of this interview. Let's pick the conversation up right where we left off. Speaking of working on music, are you working on anything right now that you care to share?
Actually, I am working on some new music. I'm trying to go a little bit more towards instrumental because, with a cigarette baritone voice, it's really kind of hard unless you do like Chet Atkins and I'm sitting there thinking, okay, fine. I'm really thinking about going to start, a little bit more country and stuff like that instead of like, big band or like a Chicago type sound. Who really blows my mind right now. And there's 2 people.
Okay.
One of them is Kenny Chesney, obviously.
He's cool.
Luke Holmes.
Yeah, he's country too, right?
Yeah, he's country, but it ain't nothing close to being country the way I know country. Like I said, Willie Nelson,
Waylon,
Waylon, and those kind of people. It ain't even close to country. I mean, so I'm trying to get into a little bit more like that now, only because they're not. I mean, I don't have to be a castrato to sing the stuff like you had to be back in the 80s where you wore, your type, your jumpsuit or whatever the heck you wanted to call it back then, spandex pants and stuff like that. And seeing that I really was losing my hair back in when I was 26, the hair band, I mean, no, I was not sporting a mullet. No, nothing like that.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't really fit in. I didn't really fit into that kind of genre.
Okay.
And I just quit playing music for a while because I'm just sitting there saying, I'm not going to fit into anything because everybody wants to be like the Journeys and, and that kind of stuff. And there's just no way with my voice and the way I look was I ever going to fit into even a cover band trying to play that stuff. So I just sat there and just quit playing.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I just start, it was like back in 2000, 2001, 2003 is when I finally sat there and said, okay, when I got divorced and stuff like that, I'm kind of bored. I'm sitting at my mom's house. Let me see what this VS 1680 does. And that's when I started writing music again.
Mm-hmm.
And it was really cool after that because it's something that I've been growing up with. I mean, all my friends are pretty much musicians.
Mm-hmm.
And we go back a long way. Like I'm still one of my buddies, a gentleman named Paul Swiskowski. He never had a real job all his life. He played music all his life. And, Disney Cruise Lines and this, that, and the other thing. Ringling Brothers. He played, he played there. And this is the kind of people that have always surrounded me, which actually kept my mind into music. Because, I probably could get, just say, okay, fine, I'm done. Sell everything, take the money and run.
Mm-hmm.
But I can't do that because I'm not done.
Yeah.
So my new music is leaning more towards instrumental, seriously. The other day, Carlos Santana, had his little incident over at Pine Knob, which is right down the road from me.
Mm-hmm.
But he was another influential person that I really loved playing when I was growing up because I can play Europa and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And it's just the way he uses his guitar. So that kind of got me into the fact of, and Joe said, why don't you put out an instrumental? So, okay, I'll think about it. Let's see what I can come up with.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I'm kind of working on right now. Right now, I'm just, thank God the air show stopped. That was ridiculous. I'm sorry about that.
No, that's all right. Now, this album that you're working on, you're saying you're leaning more towards an instrumental. Why not have a few guest vocals on it?
I would love to do that, but I don't know too many people that would want to work with me only because it's one of these things where I'm not all that well known, but because of the airplay that I'm starting to get, obviously people are starting to get to know me.
Right.
And in turn, I would love to work with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's my whole thing because I run out of ideas every once in a while. Then everything gets put on hold until I can hear something again.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, okay, fine, let's record that. And see that, you get these mental type voids when you're trying to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, fine, I need a bass line hook. Or, okay, you need to make this one drum, like a little drum type passing into, just something, and you just can't hear it. But you need something like that, and that's that's where I'll just sit there and say, okay, fine, shut it down, store it, and let's see what we come up with tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the way I've been writing stuff. I mean, I've got like three tracks that are rough rhythm tracks right now, but I'm trying to figure out melodies for them, because the song is pretty much useless unless you have a melody,
right?
Because that's the thing that's going to catch everybody, whether it be with my guitar or whether it's going to be with my cigarette baritone voice. But then I got to come up with words too. So.
Yeah, you mentioned before airplay. What's it like when you hear shows like BTD Radio, Activate Media, The Spin Room with a good friend of mine, Lou Spinozas, playing all your music? What's that feel like?
You want to know something? I cry. I honestly cry. I mean, there's a little tear that'll droop down and stuff like that, and I'll be sitting there saying, that's actually me on the radio.
It's very cool, right?
Especially seeing that it's all me. It's not like I had a band backing me or anything else like that. It's me, and seriously, I didn't think the album title would actually go this route, but it is. I am me. And what you're getting is all me. That's without the help of anybody else. It was me sitting back and just recording. My mom would go to the casino, so I'd take everything downstairs so I could yell a little bit and stuff like that without getting, the cops called on me. And I would sit there, take them downstairs, and record the vocals while my mom was out at the casino.
Mm-hmm.
So this way I didn't have to listen to any rebuttal from her, because she was just like my dad.
Mm-hmm.
My dad, when we had band practice downstairs in the basement, and my dad, being the musician he would be sitting up there in the kitchen smoking his big old cigar, and we'd get done with the tune. He goes, "That sucks. Try it again." He goes, I'm dead serious. My old man was so much fun, and God loved that boy. And by the way, table scraps, where it turns around right before I get into the guitar solo after I think it's the second verse. I mean, I'm actually playing live drums.
Very cool.
Yeah, it was done on a Roland MK1 electronic drum set. So that tune was actually done with me playing drums live too, instead of using like a Dr. Rhythm, where all they just do is, call up a meter and then, punch in my kick drum, my snare and stuff like that, and just stuck on repeat. No, I was actually playing live.
Very cool. Now, if you could do a collaboration with any artist, who would it be and why?
I mean, are you talking well-known artists?
It could be anybody you choose.
Now you caught me off guard, because there's about 100 people that I would love to deal with. But, okay, this is going to really hit you like really crazy.
Okay.
Casey Musgrave.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Or Elvis Costello.
That's a good one, too.
I mean, if I could do something, because I am a big Costello fan.
Yeah, I think
that would.
He's on tour again, I think.
Oh, I've seen him at Michigan Theater, and all he just did was walk out there with an acoustic guitar, and he just did all of the stuff, and it was just phenomenal.
I'm sure.
But no, I honestly would think it would be, now if I could resurrect somebody from the past, it would be either Stevie Ray Vaughan. There's three of them here. Stevie Ray Vaughan, Terry Kath, or Jimi Hendrix. Now, if I could bring one of those people back to play with them one night, that would be killer. But I don't think that's happening anytime soon.
Now, if you could choose one person to sing your songs on your next record, who would it be and why?
I would like to have Luke Combs.
That's a good choice.
Only because he's got that, but he's got more of a range than I do. But he's got that gut. And I would really like to have him sing one of my tunes, and or Kenny Chesney. But
very cool.
But Luke Combs would be my first choice. Now, if Kenny Chesney sat there and said, "Hey, I really want to do your tune," I would have to kind of think.
Yeah, I mean, can't turn that down, right?
No, I know. I just want to go to his island.
Doesn't Kenny Chesney make like a beach bar rum or something like that too?
Yeah, it's called Blue Chair Rum.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I thought I seen that in the store, the liquor store.
Yeah, Blue Chair Bay Rum.
Is it any good?
Oh, God. Yeah, it's good.
Oh, you know.
I mean, if you like rum, it's good.
Yeah, I like rum. You know, when I said beach bar rum, I got him mistaken with Sammy Hagar makes a rum too. It's called beach bar rum.
To be honest with you, no, there's another dude that doesn't get a lot of, how would you say, the respect that he should.
Yo, he's awesome, Sammy Hagar.
I mean, Sammy Hagar, he just seems like he's so much fun.
He's not a rock star. He's a musician.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, David Lee Roth's a rock star. Or was a rock star. Sammy Hagar's a musician. And still is.
Yep.
Now, you're a guitar player.
Eddie Van Halen. There's another dude.
I mean, he's legend. One of the greatest of all time.
Yeah. He's a GOAT, without a doubt.
And, he has his own line of guitars and his own line of amps. I understand that you have a pretty large collection yourself. Which one is your favorite guitar and why?
Okay. And this is really kind of tough to say because the guitars that I got right now, all of them, all the way from my ES339, all the way down to my Fender Squier Strat, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
To be honest with you, my favorite, I call it Butterball.
Okay.
Because it's a butterscotch Telecaster.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a 60th anniversary Telecaster that replaced my 75 Telecaster that got stolen out of Wonderland Music.
Wow.
And I loved that guitar. My 75 Telecaster Custom was just, I mean, what a plank to spank. And that thing was the most funnest thing I ever had, but it got stolen.
Mm-hmm.
They broke into Wonderland Music, and the only two guitars that they took was West Beach from the Plasmatic guitar and mine.
Wow.
But they busted out the back wall to get it.
Jeez.
I mean, they actually tied a chain to the bars that were up there, and they just pulled the whole wall out. They walked in, they grabbed Wes's guitar and my guitar, and they were gone.
Well, it sounds like they knew what they wanted.
It had to be an inside job.
It had to be. I mean, they just grabbed those two, and that's it.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's 70 other guitars there.
Right.
I mean,
they went for those two.
They went for those two guitars.
Yeah, that's an inside job. Probably an employee or something.
And so I lost my 75 Telecaster, which was a Telecaster Deluxe.
Uh-huh.
Which was, it just screamed. If I could find the picture, I'll send you a picture of the old guitar.
Cool.
But and then like Clarence, who owned Wonderland Music at the time,
mm-hmm.
and he sat there and said, "Listen, I really don't want to claim it on insurance, so just go pick out a guitar off the rack and it's yours."
Wow.
And he goes, "Take it home for a week, play it. If you don't like it, bring it back. I'll get you another one." So I did, and I did, and I did, and I did that for about 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
And the craziest thing is I looked one day, I'm sitting there saying, "Man, this one," and I had a Waylon Jennings signature Telecaster in my hand. I said, "This thing stinks." And I said, "Nope, that ain't going to work." And he goes, "Okay, now what the hell do you want?" And I'm sitting there looking at this white Squier Stratocaster that was made in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, "Give me that thing." He goes, "You got to be kidding me." I said, "No, I want that one. Let me see that." So I took it home, played it. It played like butter. I said, this is my guitar. And it was like $185 versus the $2,000 guitar that got stolen.
Wow.
And he goes, you are kidding me. I said, nope, I want this one. And that's all. And I put the GR33 pickup on it so I could do my horn tracks and the bass tracks and everything, because I didn't own a bass at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but I could call up a bass on my GR33, and the keyboards the same way. I don't own any keyboard, but I'll just play the keyboard parts on the guitar.
Nice. How many do you own?
Right now, I've got 16.
Very cool. All guitars. You don't have any basses?
I've got one bass.
Okay.
I got a 1P bass.
Do you still have your brother's keyboard?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, but I do have a VS 1680 that my friend bought me because she noticed that I was really getting just bored.
Mm-hmm.
And she bought me a VS 1680
Okay.
so I can start recording again. I mean, because I moved into this place about 3 years ago after I moved from Cheryl's place.
Okay.
And I would sit out on my front porch and just play my Takamine
Mm-hmm.
and just sit there and play it while I'm cooking dinner, or just sitting there having the tiki lamps lit and stuff like that, and just hanging out on the porch, just minding my own business. I'm sitting there saying, I come up with so many different things, but I don't have a way to store them.
Mm-hmm.
And probably because I'm sitting out there on a Saturday afternoon or Sunday, on a Sunday, I probably had a couple of beers. I'm probably not going to remember what the hell I played.
Right.
So in turn, it was like, how about if I get you this? And so she got me a VS 1680, which replaced my brother's 1680 because I had to sell that when I was moving.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's been really cool ever since. It didn't have any cards in it, like the effects cards or the expansion card.
Mm-hmm.
But I bought one from Japan and swapped all the cards into the new unit because she got it from her friend that lives out in California, because she is, I don't know how, I don't want to say a groupie,
Uh-huh.
but she knows a lot of people.
Well, that's cool.
I mean, the guitarist for Alice Cooper, Davy Knowles, all these people, she's, and so she goes, hey, I just got this, I can get this for you for nothing. And so I said, that would be really cool, because I'm tired of wasting my brain and not being able to record. So I just walk around with my acoustic, or I'll walk around with the Telecaster or my Strat,
Mm-hmm.
and just push play. I'll go sit out on the porch, play. Maybe I come up with something, maybe I don't. But I can listen to it when I get back inside
Mm-hmm.
and say, okay, fine. I want this, and just cut it and splice it.
So the new stuff that you're working on now, when can we expect that?
Probably within about the next 6 months.
Very cool. Now, do you have a website you'd like to promote?
My YouTube channel I would really like to promote,
Okay.
which is Tom, obviously Tom, Mich,
Mm-hmm.
Jr., Jr. Because when you call up Tom Mich, what's going to happen is you're going to get Tom Mich, Misch,
Mm-hmm.
who's a heck of a lot more established than I am.
Mm-hmm.
And it might come up with a thing that says, were you looking for Tom Mich Jr.?
Oh, okay.
And that'll get you to the I Am Me thing.
Right.
And the only thing that's not on there is table scraps, because that's actually on a different YouTube page. When I was working with Cheryl, we were writing tunes together, and that was the Necessary Weevils.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where in the hell she came up with that name, but I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know. I don't like being known as a bud, but apparently she did. And I didn't care because she was doing all the computer work, uploading it. I would write the music and she was uploading it, putting out videos with it, like if you look at Table Scraps, you got an actual video that goes along with it.
Uh-huh.
And that's what she was doing. She was kind of like my IT person.
Okay.
And not only that, but she was, she doesn't sound bad. I probably could have mixed her down a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but I wanted to make her feel special because, I mean, she was doing a lot of work. And to be honest with you, I can't do it. I can barely figure out how to turn on my computer right now.
Yeah, so you may need to hire somebody or put somebody in charge of uploading your music, like to the sites I was telling you about, like Bandcamp. Yeah.
I mean, because to be honest with you, if it wasn't for my son-in-law, I Am Me would not be there.
Wow.
Because I sat there and said, I talked to my daughter. I said, "Hey, Kira," I said, "You guys do you know how to do anything about uploading music on the YouTube?" She goes, "Oh yeah, without a doubt."
Mm-hmm.
So they came over and they uploaded the I Am Me album.
Right.
And he goes, "But they're asking for videos." I said, "Just put my, excuse my French, but just put my damn album cover on.
Yeah,
I
like
Am
a still
Me."
photo, yeah.
Yeah. And okay, fine. I mean, that's all you need.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how come every last song has got my goofy ass face on it.
Hey,
So,
as long as you get it up and it gets out there and gets heard, you should have your son-in-law open up a Bandcamp account for you and put all your music up on there.
yeah, well, we're working on that. I haven't really seen them recently because they've got, my grandson, which is 2 years old right now. They've got their hands full. They just moved back in from Pennsylvania,
Okay.
and they're working on their house that they bought and stuff like that. So I understand it, and I don't want to put no pressure on them.
Right.
I mean, like, "Hey, man, you said you were going to do this by today." I ain't going to do nothing like that.
Gotcha.
But it's going to be out there relatively soon. I'll probably come out with a tune probably within the next month or so. I don't know if it's going to have any vocals on it, or I'm just going to sit there and let my guitar talk.
Cool.
But it's something that I'm really trying to work on.
Mm-hmm.
My dog, seeing that she's only 2 years old, well, 2.5 years old now, because she was born on January 1st of 2020,
Mm-hmm.
and a basset hound.
Cool.
So, I mean, she takes up a lot of my time because I'm gone to work about, 9 to 10 hours a day.
Right.
And then when I get home, I don't want to just neglect her and just, slap on a set of headphones and say, "Go sit down."
Right.
So I got to play with her, make sure that she's all nice and happy. I get in about an hour or two of working on something, and or at least listening to something to where I can get more ideas of what to do with this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a trip, but
It's a work in progress, right?
yeah, you got that right. But I'm thinking about at least within the next 6 months, I'm going to come out with at least about 2 or 3 more tunes, which would be kind of like an EP type thing.
Yeah. 4 is technically an EP.
Okay, so I got to do 4.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for that insight.
Is there anything you'd like to mention that we didn't talk about today?
Actually, the only thing I would like to mention,
Mm-hmm.
and this seriously goes out to Joe.
Okay.
If it wasn't for him, I probably would have just sold everything right now. But after he took charge and he liked the stuff that I was writing versus the Weevils.
Mm-hmm.
And he took it, and he took the ball and ran with it. And it's something, it really just, how would you say, solidified the fact that, yes, I guess I am a musician.
Mm-hmm.
And I really appreciate the time, the effort, and all the support that he's given me, and you guys with your, like you for doing this interview with me today.
Mm-hmm.
BTD Radio, Caterweb, Lou is a nut.
Lou Spinoza?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's awesome. He's a great DJ. He plays some great music in that spin room.
He plays my stuff every week, and I just love him, man.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
But please, anything, I just want to get people to listen to this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's right now, it's not about the money, it's about the exposure.
Right.
Because if nobody hears me, then nobody's going to buy it anyways.
Correct.
But if I actually trip somebody's trigger,
Mm-hmm.
then they might go and look me up.
It only takes one person, man.
But no, seriously, Jimmy, I really love this interview.
Well, I love having you on, man. It's been great chatting with you.
Seriously, all I just know is that I've really been trying to do this all my life. I've seen my brother pass,
Mm-hmm.
trying to do this, and he was a definite musician,
Mm-hmm.
and he was actually a really fantastic keyboard player. But the whole fact of the matter is that after all the time and seeing that I'm the last man standing out of our family,
Mm-hmm.
I would really like to where my daughter and my son could be proud of me.
Oh, I'm sure they are.
And this is one thing, I mean, heck, I don't know if I'm going to wake up tomorrow, to be honest with you.
Well, none of us do.
Okay, well, you let me know when it's going to air, and then I will sit there and be listening. I guarantee it, because I already got your app uploaded on my phone.
This number that you're calling me from, is that a landline or a cell phone?
This is my cell phone.
All right, so I'll send you a text message when I'm about to post it. I'll send you a text message.
Because this is the only phone I got.
All right, cool.
Thank you so much, Jimmy.
Well, you're welcome, Tom. I really enjoyed the conversation. I'm looking forward to hearing that new music when it comes out, and let's definitely stay in touch. And you got my number, I got yours, and when this episode is ready to air, I'll definitely I'll give you the heads up. All right, buddy? Okay.
Well, thank you very much, and I'm looking forward to it. And I really enjoyed everything that we talked about. Even, like I said, I mean, you got some of the worst, you got some of the best. But
well, likewise, I enjoyed the conversation too, and let's keep in touch. All right?
Okay, I would be more than happy to. And you take care of yourself and stay safe.
You too, buddy. We'll talk soon. All right?
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.